It's the time we hammer.
Hi, my good people. You're welcome to my show, Time with Hammer. I have Shallie, I have Dan Lartey. Now, why do you accept gifts? Why do you give gifts? Topic to discuss today. As a man, why do you, same sex hardly share gifts? Like a man giving a man gifts.
We don't call it gifts, but we do share.
So how do women call their own?
It becomes a gift when we attach the specialty to it. It was a special person. Well, same.
Okay, so why do you share what you have? Why do you share what you have? No, share what you have.
Gifts.
Gift is different from sharing.
I'm just saying that between man and man, or woman and woman, if they are like friends or mates in the room.
Okay, why do you give a gift to opposite sex?
Good in a relationship.
Or why do you gift opposite sex?
Okay.
As a man
who may not necessarily be your friend.
Yes.
Can be both.
It
right?
can be both.
You can give gifts to friends.
Let's say in friendship or in relationship,
very
not
right.
marriage.
I get it.
Relationship or
friendship.
Normal friendship. Why would you give a gift, and at which volume?
Yeah. For normal friendship, you give it even unconsciously, because like, some friends become like brothers and sisters. So if I'm wearing your shirt or I'm wearing your shoe, I don't really have to think that I've gifted it to you. You may even not return it, but I agree with you, and that's okay. But in somewhere outside of the friend zone, that means it is more likely to develop to something else. That one is a special thing. It comes with some thinking, it comes with timing, and it comes with, some gestures to show that you are special to me in a way. So I'm gifting you this. It doesn't matter how expensive or valuable that thing is, but the thoughtfulness, the timing, and your whole demeanor towards it. Why? I think it's a natural thing to do. Somehow we want to show people we care. We want to show people we appreciate what they did for us. Sometimes it is in our minds a way of paying back something that you did for me that I can't pay back in exact form. So somebody will do something like help you with your school fees. You don't have the money to pay him back exactly, but I can give him some crate of eggs. That crate of eggs, I know he can afford it, he can buy more, even gift me more. But I'm sure he's going to appreciate it for the fact that at some point, had I not gotten his help, I wouldn't have reached where I reached. So I gave that. Some we also give to coerce or to impress upon the person to accept some proposal we are put before the person. It could be intimacy proposal, it could be proposal to do business, proposal to plan or do something, and because I want you to have a top of mind awareness of it, I'll give you something. Anytime you see the thing, you remember that we have something on the table that we have not discussed. So I think it's natural, but when it comes to somebody who is outside of the family or friend zone, it is more planned than natural. Yeah.
Why would you gift a male friend something? Why would you do that? Forget about birthdays.
Well, let's say we have a good friendship and you mention something that you really like or would like to have, or we have a discussion about, I really love these cookies or whatever, and you see the cookies in the store and you're going to meet up with the person. Like, it's such a small gesture to, get the cookies and be nice to your friend. Just to express, like, I care about you.
For me, whether small, big, medium, I'm not comfortable with receiving gifts.
Why?
If it's a big man, I will take it.
Yeah. If you're a small man.
If I feel like I'm bigger than you, I won't be comfortable.
Yeah.
Because the next moment
it's
you
like
come back, it's like a trap.
Like a trap.
It's like
strings attached.
Maybe that's here. I think it's very cultural.
Because it's like Dan Lartey.
Yeah.
Then Dan Lartey will bring me a shoe, nice shoe.
Very expensive.
What does he want from me?
And then check what he wears. I
think like, what does he want from me, right?
You get it. So what? That's what I'm interested in. why gifting somebody something? Is it because of this, is it because of that? And even relationship. Or, okay, if you realize that a man is interested in you and you're not interested, would you accept her gift?
Yes, I love gifts.
It's a woman for you,
Gifts
man.
are gifts. Why would you not accept a gift? I think it's very impolite to say, no, I don't want your gift.
That is why I started with, you have realized that the person is interested in you, and that's the reason why. Maybe he is doing what he is doing. I said, maybe.
It's mostly the same. It's mostly
but
because
it's still
of
a gift. You never forced anyone to get you a gift, did you? It's a gift.
Because I've heard some people taking back their gifts.
Which is very petty and immature.
Very.
You gave you gave it, so it's not yours anymore. So why would you ask for it back? If you're not giving from your heart, then don't give.
If you are gifting somebody that you want, and you like the person, and it's not happening, would you continue to give to her? Because for friendship's sake, would you?
If you are wise, you have to stop at some point.
If you are
wise, I mean, you can't fool yourself much. And Charlie, look, most gifts are conditional, especially in a relationship setting. When a person is interested in you, whether man or woman, so long as the person has expressed some interest to have you, to him or herself, any gift coming from the person has some strings attached.
It's like a lower person giving me something like what I just said.
Having expectations.
That is not relational. That is not as an impression upon you to have a relationship.
That's a wrong motive to give a gift, because let's say you're courting a woman and you know you like her, and even if she might not know yet or decided yet if she wants to continue with things with you, maybe you guys can have a beautiful friendship or whatever, but in that point you care about the person. You know, give it out of your heart, out of your goodwill. If you give gifts conditionally, it's not you don't have the right heart set to give. You know, because giving shouldn't be conditional. There shouldn't be strings attached to a gift.
But it usually is. That's why people say, oh, okay, if you didn't agree, then bring me my bottle. Because I bought this bottle to put you in the mood. I don't want you to drink that bottle and put yourself in the mood for somebody to come and have it. So if you're not going to agree, let me have my bottle or drink back. You know.
But does it happen in Europe? Have you heard of such?
Well, I think it's a little bit different. I think here, like you mentioned earlier with the gifts, sometimes when a man gives you, like, you know, another man, like, what does he want from me? I think in Europe we think a little bit different. Like, you know, we just give gifts for the sake of it, or for birthdays or special occasions. And it's not that common. It's not like people are buying each other gifts constantly. Like, we don't do that. It's more for special occasions, or like I said, just small things that show to a person I care about you. But you know, if man gift gifts and expect something in return, you only get disappointed. Expectation creates disappointment. So men should just give for the sake. If they want to give, fine. But having expectations for the woman to like you because of you are giving her gifts, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for disappointment.
Like 50-50, you can win or you can lose. So that is it. In most cases we lose. In most cases, in some cases.
How big can you give something? Like,
it depends. It depends on
if you want to win the person's heart.
It depends. It still depends. It depends on how big I have or how small I have.
Okay.
How badly I need that person or want that person. And yes, basically these two. If I have enough, and I think that she may not be that poor. She probably have certain things that she might not even need, certain petty gifts that I want to give. But I want to impress upon her. I want to surprise her so that I will be the outstanding one. All guys will come around, especially on Valentine. You're bringing flowers. Am I going to eat the flowers? No. I am not going to even buy her a car because the father has a car, the mother has a car, they have a small car in the house. I'm going to buy her a whole house, not in the city, somewhere around the lake or somewhere in East Legon. That is special, you know. So why do you receive this thing, something like this, and think that, oh, he's a good man, he just likes me? In our setting, I was not raised like that. I think most of our women were not raised like that. In Africa, your mother, especially if you're a beautiful young woman, your mother wouldn't hesitate advising you that don't accept gifts from men.
If you don't.
If you are not interested in them. Even some mothers will not even give the condition. They say, don't accept gifts from men.
Because
period.
it's saying here that there's no free lunch.
Yes.
Is it the same?
And it's usually true.
No, it's not.
That's why you guys, you wait. You see, for here, that is it.
It's normal to give free lunch.
That is food.
Some people don't understand because if you can give a male friend lunch, how much more a female friend?
Yeah. So
Some
that is
people
cool.
will not accept that. No, there's nothing like free lunch.
Oh, I'm here for it. Spoil me, like.
So in a relationship, okay, let's say you are, I think for the women, you have friends, like male friends. Let's say you are single, because most men gift women with those things. Most of them are interested in the woman.
Yeah.
In our circles.
Yeah.
So I think you cannot answer him since you are not
You put it
familiar with.
Put it.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Let's say you are single and you have.
She's not.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
She's not.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm married, yes. But I'm single. Who is single?
Let's say you have 4 guys. You are single. You have 4 guys chasing you. Everybody has his own features.
Yeah.
Everybody has his own
Peculiarities.
characters. I mean, the way they present themselves, the way they dress, and blah blah blah. But you can see that you like almost all of them. When it comes to gifts, would you value
The one with the valuable gift.
I think it depends on your love language, right? If you know what your love language is, and if it's gift giving, obviously, you know, the man that gives you the most gifts, that's the one you will go for. But if your love language is, for example, acts of service or quality time, and that particular man who only gives you nice gifts but doesn't spend a lot of time with you and doesn't, you know, court you in other ways, you most likely will not choose him. So I think it really depends on the person and what your love language is, your primary love language.
So it depends on what you are looking for at that moment.
I agree.
Is it time spent? Is it money? Is it good vibes?
Yeah.
I'm sure some women would go for the man who gives most of the gifts, you know, because they want money or whatever. But some women just want to go for money, which is fine. That's their choice. But if you're looking for a partner who's compatible with you, it's more than just money, right? You have to be compatible. And, you know, if your primary love language is not giving gifts, it's nice to receive gifts. I love receiving gifts, but it's not my primary love language.
She keeps mentioning
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, like, you know, there's nothing wrong. I just want to stress there's nothing wrong with liking nice things. No, we're women at the end of the day. Like I said many times before, like we're in the receiving end, right? Not saying that women can give gifts, because I think it's really important that it's reciprocated.
Yeah.
Even if it's a small gesture, you know. I think it's really important to do nice things as well in return as a woman. But yeah, I think it really depends on what the woman is looking for, what her primary love language is.
So that's the reason why some people buy mobile phones, some people buy credits.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they don't even call them.
Yeah, the one who bought the credit will not receive a call. Sometimes the one who bought the mobile phone might not even find his photo on the phone.
Or you buy the car, somebody buy fuel.
Yes. Yes.
But you never get a chance to sit in the car.
You never get a chance to do that. So gifts giving, gifts accepting, I think is a big deal. It's not as simple as it sounds.
But sometimes some gifts can be a trap.
Mostly or usually it is. In our setting, it is.
And even in business.
Oh yes.
You know, somebody can.
That is why politicians are not supposed to be receiving gifts from people anyhow, because gifts are reference points. Once I gifted you something valuable, I bought you a nice watch, it's expensive, you know.
Bought it myself.
And
in Europe we buy our own rollies.
Well, people tend to refer you to it sometimes, especially if you are not reciprocating something in return. It may not be the exact same thing. I gave you the watch not to use for you also to buy me a watch, so that you could spend a Valentine with me. And on Valentine's Day, I've been calling you. The call comes through all right. You are not picking. You are not even sending me a message to show why. and then I am perplexed. This is what drives some people crazy to come to your house and say, if you are not picking the call,
I get it, but that's where what comes in, what I just said. When you create expectations by giving gifts, like you'll get disappointed. So just give freely. If you have to pain yourself to give something in order to win a woman, don't do it.
No.
Don't do it, because you might get disappointed.
Listen, they say love is unconditional. Unconditional love. Religious people promote that love to be the greatest of all love, blah, blah, blah. I tell you what, in a relationship, love is conditional. Yeah. In a relationship, if you go with that unconditional love attitude, no, the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is indifference. Someone who doesn't really care whether you're happy or you're sad. I don't care. Genuinely, they don't care that you are happy or you are sad. They won't even ask you, why are you laughing? And when you are crying, they won't even ask you why you are crying. You can cry your cry. You can laugh your laugh. That is a dangerous situation to go in. But someone who with the conditional love, I have chosen you among all other women. There must be some condition around that. Maybe our love language is same. We are on the same frequency. We vibe well. Our sex life is perfect. It may not be perfect as in the typical pornographic kind of perfect, but between you and I, we are very much cool with it, and we are enjoying ourselves. Those are the conditions why I'm settling down with you. You get it? So if we have not yet reached the commitment level where we have exchanged vows and rings to consummate our marriage, and I am pursuing you, you know that this guy has been coming to my house, not necessarily because my house is nice, but because he wants to have me. And he's buying me gifts, he's buying me gifts, and you think that, oh, that was unconditional, you must be a genuine man.
No, of course we know that.
No, you have sisters in the house. Why didn't I give to your other sister, but I gave it to you? I want you. That is the condition.
It makes sense.
You took it, come home, and finish it.
Come and pay for it.
Come and pay for it. In kind.
Thanks so much, Shallie. Thanks so much, Dan Lartey. We're moving to our next topic as part 2 of this. With all this, as the man is doing this gift thing and trying to find a way to get into your heart, and it happens, would you give your phone password to him or her? Yes. Watch out.
It's the time we hammer.